update on some baffling conundrums issued by beleaguered leaders. The world-beating NHS Test, Track and Trace app isn't going to be happening anytime soon. The Health Secretary, Matt Hancock, has ditched it down a public toilet in Ventnor in a fit of pique. Where the Isle of Wight leads, so Britain will follow, he announced last month. The rest of Britain will indeed be following down the pan, as Ventnor may well be the only town with an open public toilet. From July the 4th, social distancing will be renamed as economic distancing. It remains unclear whether this means being economic with distancing or economic with the truth about distancing. Our economics correspondent Flora Doomsday has this report for us. Flora.
Economics, the scientific study of production and the distribution of wealth. Economic distancing, the scientific study of the production of beer and the distribution of punters. To some it seems that the reopening of pubs is more important to the lads in government than the reopening of schools. Kids don't drink beer. You do the maths. New economic safe distancing guidelines are set to herald the opening of pubs and other hospitality venues. The new distances will be policed by a special governmental task force. The BBC had a guess at what this might look like. The new guidelines are expected to come into effect on July the 4th, a date symbolic for many as Independence Day in America. It is thought that this year's July the 4th will see British people claiming independence from any further governmental guidelines. Flora Doomsday, clown news, not outside a pub. Honestly, I don't see why we couldn't have gone and done this outside a pub. Just isn't fair. Perfectly capable of social distancing with a drink in my hand.
Thank you, Flora. The NHS app may have been ditched, but our own Contact Tracey is ramping up and going forward. I should just warn you that this next clip contains images of real and genuine viewers. Tracey, who's been contacting you this week?
Oh, right. Oh. Run VT.
Dear Contact Tracey, is Marmite the new toilet roll?
No.
Oh, dear Contact Tracey, I've heard that British Airways are going to sell off £1 million artworks that hang in their executive airport lounges. Does this mean ticket prices will be cheaper now?
No.
Dear Contact Tracey, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so can I still take the knee? And can I get one on Amazon?
No.
Dear Contact Tracey, does the government make up policies on the hoof? Or just for the sake of a good headline? It's absolute chaos out there.
Yes. Well, yeah, that was exhausting. But I don't want to go without leaving you with another one of my little whirls of wisdom. Yes. How many of you are still looking out for the pink tie on that Mr. Matt Hancock's? Well, this week's whirls of wisdom. You know how the coronavirus started in a market by a bat somewhere in China? Well, have you noticed that in countries that are coming out of lockdown, like this one included, coronavirus is starting up again? Yeah, there are outbreaks, but listen to this. There are outbreaks in meat processing factories, slaughterhouses, abattoirs and the like. Well, what I want to know is, are the bats getting into these places too and into our food? It's a thought, isn't it? I say go veggie. Go figure. Oh, I'm a one. Ta-ra. In another show of largesse during the pandemic, Boris Johnson has spent nearly £1 million on painting his private jet red, white and blue. The French President Emmanuel Macron has... What? Macron. The French President Emmanuel Macron has questioned the wisdom of Mr. Johnson's actions in painting the private jet in the colours of the French flag. Red, white and blue. And finally, dogs are set to join the government's scientific advisory board. Their sense of smell is said to be 10,000 times greater than ours, and it is hoped that they will be able to smell out COVID-19. Dogs apparently can already smell out yellow fever, which apparently smells like raw meat. TB, which smells of stale beer with a follow-through of soggy cardboard and top notes of brine. It is hoped that the specially trained dogs will be able to smell the difference between asymptomatic people with COVID-19 and those displaying COVIDiotic behaviour. And that's all from Flora, Tracy and myself. We will be back, but until then, stay alert. Britain needs alerts. Goodbye.